Farmer McGregor's farm was, to put it kindly, boring. Bessie the cow knew every blade of grass, every mud puddle, every painfully predictable sunrise. She longed for adventure, for the thrill of the unknown, maybe even a decent cup of coffee that was not instant. One particularly dull afternoon, a blur of feathers and frantic quacking erupted near the barn. It was Professor Quentin Quackers, a self-proclaimed avian genius, and he claimed he had a plan to reach the moon.
Behold,
quacked the professor, nearly tripping over his oversized lab coat.
My patented moon-bound bovine-powered contraption.
He gestured dramatically to a rickety structure of springs, levers, and what appeared to be repurposed garden gnomes.
It is certainly something,
Bessie deadpanned, adjusting her sunglasses.
But I fail to see how this pile of scrap metal is going to get me anywhere near lunar orbit, or even over the fence.
Professor Quackers puffed out his chest.
Details. Important thing is, it requires a powerful bovine leap. A leap of faith, if you will.
Against her better judgment, and mostly out of sheer boredom, Bessie agreed. She donned a ridiculously small silver spacesuit and reluctantly squeezed herself into the contraption.
Ready for launch, Captain Bessie,
quacked the professor, pulling a lever that immediately detached and landed with a pathetic thunk on the ground.
Minor setback.
With a series of alarming creaks and groans, the contraption sputtered to life. Springs boinged, ears ground, and the garden gnomes began to glow ominously. And then, nothing. The machine wheezed, coughed, and promptly died. The garden gnomes and stopped. Bessie opened one eye.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Professor Quackers wrung his feathery hands.
But the calculations, the trajectory, the garden gnome power source.
He was clearly flustered. Bessie stifled a yawn.
Maybe,
Bessie suggested dryly.
You should have. You now tested it first.
The professor looked stricken. Testing was clearly not his strong suit. Suddenly, Bessie had an idea. An utterly ridiculous, probably insane idea. But hey, what did she have to lose?
Professor,
she said, a mischievous glint in her eye.
I have a different kind of jump in mind.
She explained her plan, which involved no rickety contraptions, no questionable gnome power, and a whole lot of cow-sized trampoline. The professor stared, then burst into manic laughter.
A trampoline to the moon? Preposterous. Utterly brilliant.
He squeaked, grabbing his clipboard and scribbling furiously. Bessie sighed. This was going to be a long night. Under the watchful eye of a very large, very unimpressed moon, Bessie bounced and bounced. She was not getting any closer to space. She was getting really good at trampoline tricks. Professor Quackers, meanwhile, was adjusting his calculations, adding phrases like wind resistance from udder and trajectory affected by cowbell. Bessie decided not to ask. Suddenly, with one final mighty bounce, something unexpected happened. Bessie did not reach the moon, but she cleared the farm fence, and then another. Bessie was free. She landed in a nearby field of sunflowers, her spacesuit slightly askew, but a genuine smile on her face. The fresh air smelled like freedom and, well, sunflowers. Professor Quackers let out a triumphant quack.
She did it, sort of. I mean, not the moon part, but freedom.
Bessie spent the rest of the night exploring the countryside, discovering hidden streams, meeting friendly badgers, and even trying a surprisingly delicious dandelion salad. She never did make it to the moon, but she learned something far more valuable. Sometimes, the most incredible adventures are found not by reaching for the stars, but by leaping over the fence right in front of you. And as for Professor Quackers, he was already planning his next outlandish experiment, a submarine powered by synchronized swimming goldfish. Some things ever change. Back on the farm, things were never quite the same. The sunflower seeds Bessie brought back sprouted, and Farmer McGregor's boring farm is now filled with vibrant colors and adventure of a sort. Thank you for watching. The end.